So, what you think about the honeymoon? Anything you gonna talk about?
Well, no, not really, because like I always say, everything happened for a reason. I ain't really have a lot of stuff, and I just know things will work itself out. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, what about you?
You say something? Say something? Hmm. Get you anyway. You ain't gonna both four. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you is.
Hope you choke on that cornbread again.
Almost did.
We keep it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOED family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's up, KOED Ken folks? Welcome back to another video of Courtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Courtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews. It's all about entertainment. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Married at First Sight and, I guess, slash the after party. Married at First Sight slash the after party. Oh, I got cornbread crumbs all over the table.
So if you're brand new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We like to have fun over here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you get that notification bell on, and make sure you do what?
Get cornbreads off the table.
Like the video. Come on, say it with me.
Like
the video.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Like the video. To what? Push it up in the algorithm so other people can see it like you. We got a whole quadrillions of gazillions of people out there on YouTube that have not even seen us because y'all not liking the video.
Yeah.
And you said, well, we ain't watched it yet, but I'm telling you, you're gonna like it, okay? Because by the time you end the video, you're gonna forget to like it. So go ahead and hit the like now.
Like the dang on video.
People.
Like the video.
It is free.
All the stuff we do, I'm gonna truck to some cornbread for y'all, for y'all entertainment.
Free. It ain't free. I gotta pay for internet, but we ain't your only internet service. You ain't getting it just because of us. You watch a whole bunch of other stuff, so you got a whole bunch of other stuff you're available because of your Wi-Fi. Yeah, okay. So it's still free.
You done ranting?
Yeah, because I had to talk to some that message with somebody in particular, because I know they was giving me a whole bunch of little energy.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I felt it.
Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, yes. Don't forget we have a Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Where we share exclusive content, a little behind the scenes things that we got going on personally. You get to see over there. And also, make sure that you go to our website and purchase our merch, which is around this video. Even if you're on Facebook, which I know, because my Facebook is on temporary shutdown right now. So, nah. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So, it got with Gina, as y'all know, honey, it was so much debacle with y'all folks in the comments, honey. Y'all was coming for us because we didn't agree with y'all.
Yet, Team Clint started doing what? Backtracking. Backpedaling. Yeah, backstroking. Ooh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it that way. Ooh, I didn't know I offended people. What? I don't care. I said, look at Clint here. The way I look at it, if you wasn't wrong, you wouldn't be apologizing. That's just the way I look at it. And y'all going, oh, he was apologizing to squash it because her feelings are hurt. Nah, if you feel like what you said was right, you'll stand firm, 10 toes down. But he didn't do that. He even told Aries,
we didn't even get into it,
okay,
baby.
I'm sorry.
Then make sure you.
What?
That's right. Make sure you stay to the end because we got some tea for the after party if you didn't see it, but we're gonna discuss it after this, okay? So since they stole our whole little segment after party, we can't sing our song because we was singing our song and making our t-shirts, and they said we're gonna change it because of them. All right, so Gina is in her feelings. Did somebody say that they looked at us different because of our opinion and we didn't side with I mean, people was gunning for us, child. They was gunning for
Someone
us.
said that for real?
I thought somebody said they
everybody has their own opinion.
and a view of looking at stuff.
Right.
Because we didn't take that redhead, what it was, ginger.
Yeah.
Ginger
Yeah,
head.
somebody did say that. Oh, I look at y'all different, call y'all. That's just me, okay? I just don't see it. You know, if somebody's offended by it, okay, I get it. But I didn't take it that serious.
Yeah.
Because I've been called worse, and you know, you don't see me, oh, the world's falling apart. That's just who I am.
Yeah, and some people said it was traumatic for them because they was called gingerhead, and now they all done took the fun out of me saying gingerhead, so now I can't say gingerhead like that because y'all is
gingerhead now.
I'm telling them why I can't say
As a matter of
gingerhead.
fact, I was on TikTok tonight, matter of fact. This girl said, ooh, look at me, I'm in my swimsuit, and you know, me, I'm ginger. And she bragged about being a gingerhead.
Yeah, because ginger is a color. You say you saw it on Amazon.
Yeah,
right?
Amazon sells the hair color dye. It's called on the box ginger. Not ginger. Ginger on the box. So I'm saying, okay, if Amazon selling hair color called ginger, you know what?
That's why Gina, if I say ginger,
Mhm.
That's why Gina said that she called them ginger because she works with the hair color.
Yeah, she probably
So
dyed
I guess
their hair.
it's like calling. I don't like brunette heads. I don't like blonde heads.
Yeah, blondes are dumb. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
they get a bad rap, honey. They call them dumb. So
Mhm.
then they embrace it. Said blondes have more fun. So
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now, cause y'all got gray hair now, you know, she a silver fox. I don't see anything wrong with somebody getting called somebody a silver fox because they have gray hair.
But I do understand it's deeper for some of y'all. But
Yeah, I get it, but I just don't still don't see
where you
it that
going with
way.
them crumbs, brother?
I don't know.
This is not that you're not going to shift them on the floor until somebody got the vacuum. So no, you're not outside the picnic table. So anyway, so Gina on camera basically saying that, Clint still don't get it. And it's like their conversation, they just go in circles trying for her to just try to explain to him how she offended him. And I guess he didn't feel he felt offended, but not a whole lot to feel like, her what she said trumped what he said.
Then he said she called him light skinned and he felt offended about that. So all these people I call light skinned, it's offensive.
Light skinned.
Like skinned it.
Ooh, what skinned it? I know we used to say, ooh, he real light skinned.
Yeah. Ooh, light skinned it. Yeah, but y'all.
I'm light skinned and light skinned.
Yeah.
And so
So but he did say that, right?
He said,
she called him ginger.
Okay, let's get into it. Okay. So Clint and Chris and Aries are talking, and Clint said, him and Gina just had a real moment. So maybe this was, after Gina was saying that, they seem like they're going in circles. They had a real moment. And he said he's not trying to do, tit for tat. Yeah, he did. Everybody knew it.
Yeah.
Everybody knew it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that he don't want to, to be called a ginger, redhead, light skin, all that stuff. So he don't want to be called.
Who called him light skin?
I don't know.
How can he call him light skin? Now I can call you light skin. I can call my sister light skin because they have a fair complexion for being a black person.
Right.
I don't get that.
With him called light skin,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I don't know because like when white people,
I can see pale, but
they don't like pale.
Yeah.
So he said that he can't, be himself. He feel like that, he kind of like get, outcast or, typecast or whatever. So he said he want to be himself.
So when I see a person of a different race, and I say, ooh, you light skinned, they're going to take offense to it. I can't call them light skinned. Even though they lighter than me, but I can't call them light skinned.
Oh, I don't know.
So that's why I said he was reaching, man.
When
he reaching.
Said light skin, that part I ain't understand.
That's why I said he was reaching, man.
That's normally in the black community because we come with so many
different flavors, man.
Maybe they have their own anyway. So Aries said, "Listen, do you think that maybe your delivery was was a little off?"
That's all I was saying.
And so he was like, well, I could have,
No, not Team Clint, no.
kind of tapered it or said it a different way and stuff like that, So maybe I did. So, Aries seemed like he was trying to get him to think, to say, okay, maybe, you know, the way she received it was different. You kind of got to look, you know, at that. Because that was a whole big blow up. The whole big blow up wasn't about him being called gingerhead. It was what he said after the fact. And some of y'all tend to think that her attitude was nasty. She kept calling that man ginger. Once again, can I say it for the people in the back corner? Thank you. This is what's said on the after party. The one prior, a couple of episodes ago. She said they both had a conversation and they both were saying the things that they like and dislike. Evidently, he didn't say that about, you know, Slim and all that stuff. But she said she didn't see a problem with her saying gingerhead, and he didn't in that moment because they both was describing what they like and didn't like. But I think that it was like highlighted, and I don't know, production, of course, made it to us highlighted, but it also maybe highlighted in that moment, and he started getting offended.
Like I said, if he was offended about her calling him gingerhead 3 weeks ago, he should have said something 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
he didn't say anything when she said
it was 3 weeks to us.
Yeah, to us, right? I'm just saying, the first time she said it, he had no issue with it. He didn't bring it up. The second time she said it, he had no issue with it.
You could tell his facial expression, like, you know, but
the third time, all of a sudden, you call me ginger, I feel offensive. Okay, well, you feel offended. I'm not going to discount your feelings. If you feel offended, all right.
Yeah.
We'll back off. But to me personally, it was a tick for tack thing. I think he was trying to hurt her, like you said tonight on the show, and try to get back at her because his ego was bruised when she said she didn't find him attractive. Okay,
right.
Bruised. It was bruised, not bruised, but bruised. That's how bad it was because he's so used to women flocking to him. You know what I'm saying? So. And when this one woman don't flock to him like that, he didn't know how to take it. Yeah, he lashed out. Yeah. Me being a man, sometimes we can be real petty. Okay, we can, and I think that was a petty moment he was doing. And also, getting back to the light skin thing. I didn't know we can't call people light skinned no more. What's going on in the world?
I don't know about that.
That's what he said.
He said he don't like being called something. Maybe he can consider his tone to be like a little tan tone. I don't know. So anyway, 2 hours later, and they going to dinner. So the couple's walking in. They got their little soft stroll.
Before you get to the soft stroll, now Aries said to Clint that he don't consider Gina. He don't consider Gina as being thick or whatever you want to call it, fat, basically. You know what I'm saying? He said he had dated women like Gina before, so he don't consider her fat. Maybe Gina is fat, in Clint's eyes, but not in Aries' eyes. Then I'm thinking to myself, hey man, if you don't consider her thick, man, who do you consider thick then? Because he said he like them big booty women.
Yeah. Booty girls. I don't know what I say. Big booty girls, but go ahead.
Yeah, he like them big booty girls, man. Maybe, maybe Aries got an eye on Gina.
I just say Clint wife, because you go.
Gina, Ginger,
Gina. So anyway, 2 hours later, couple's coming in. So as they all taking a little soft stroll in.
What you mean by soft stroll?
Well, you know how the camera got them going that slow mo and stuff like that.
Oh, that's sexy. The sexy walk.
Yes, supposedly. So Gina said that Clint did apologize, for what he said, and Clint get up and and just kind of get up and tell the people that he apologized. He said he didn't. What he said, it didn't hit right. It didn't land well. And Kirsten said, "Yeah, honey, you were strong and wrong." Whatever. I was like, "Girl, please stop."
Pump your brakes over there, cause you right now you're faking for the camera. Pump your brakes. But yeah, Clint did get up and apologize to all the women. So he felt like he was wrong. His delivery was wrong. And like I said, I have no issue with him, voicing his, his preferences. You know what I'm saying? That's him. If you got a preference, voice it. But it's how he did it,
Delivery.
And like I said, it just didn't land well. So,
Gina said, Clint did apologize and everything, and she said, hey, but we live and learn. We all we all are gonna make mistakes or do something that we kind of like, we regret in that moment, you know. So it's just kind of part of everything, you know. Because she was, I think Clint or somebody said, "Hey, I'm sure you guys are gonna do something too." Clint was saying, "Y'all get the smoke up off of us because y'all got some stuff too."
that's what I was thinking too. I was like, Clint trying to, man, I ain't gonna go down by myself. Y'all gonna do it too. Just wait. Especially you, Aries.
Oh yeah.
Y'all gonna do it too.
Try to act like, honey, we just, oh my gosh, such a horrible couple. Nicole said that, you know, well, you know, we forgive you, but, you know, only because our girl forgive you. I was like, Nicole, taper, you're doing too much. You're doing too much.
I remember when the season first started, you was a big Nicole fan.
I was a big Nicole.
You like Nicole?
I liked her, but I don't think I was a big Nicole. I don't think I was a big fan of nobody on here. Like, just, oh my god.
Well, that's why the way I took it. Like, I like Nicole. So that's why I said you was a big fan of hers.
Yeah, I like her energy and all that stuff. But then, I know people felt like, you know, she gonna run Chris away. Now I see it, child. She
reminds me of you sometimes.
Yeah, and I said she reminds me of myself. When I try to tell a story, I'm gonna tell the whole story. But I'm not. I'm not her. She not me.
You close to it.
No, I ain't that close.
Because I'm saying, if you're gonna tell a story, stick to the meat of the story.
Yeah, that's not how I tell a story.
Don't talk about the side dishes. Don't talk about the cornbread and the biscuits. Just stick to the meat of the story.
That's not how I tell it. Yeah. So sorry. You know, that's not me. So, you know, you can't make me be somebody else like you. I tell my stories like me. All right. So now they talking about, you know, they want to judge the relationship, where they are, what's the rate, 1 to 10.
Now I do like this here.
I do like this. It's a little messy, but I do like it because I don't think, and I know that I could be wrong, that I've seen them do this on Married at First Sight before.
Let me think. I think
especially this early.
Yeah, this is probably the first time that's my first time seeing them do this, man. Yeah, and I think it's, you know, it puts a little spice in the game.
Yeah. So Gina said, you know, well, she said rated from 1 to 10. So Mac and Dom went first. You know, Max said first he tiptoed, danced, went outside, did the boogie, and all that to get to 7.5. And Dominique agreed.
Wrong. First I gave him a 6, but after towards the end of the episode,
you can't remember. Why you gotta look over?
Yeah,
you can't remember what you said.
I gave him a 6 at that moment.
That's what it was. Write that down.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Oh yeah, I always trying to tell you write notes down.
Write that down.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
Right.
That's what bosses do. Anywho, so yeah, at first, at that moment when they was talking about that, I gave him a 6. But after the episode, I said, I got to downgrade that to like a 5, man. I give that relationship a 5 for right now.
Me and y'all can rate it too. So I think this fun. So y'all rate where they are now. Mac and Dom, I really gotta give them a 5, child, and that's really pushing it. So Chris and Nicole, Chris said he give it an 8.2. Nicole said, "Oh my gosh, I was gonna say that. No, I wasn't playing. I really was gonna say that was in my head at 8.2.
No,
but you know what I'm saying? I really truly want to kind of give it a 10 because, you know, I'm saying that, you know, where we're going. But yeah, 8.2, I would say that, yes. Mm-hmm. But of course, we hadn't been there. We hadn't learned each other and stuff. We didn't know, but
that's an odd number to give, 8.2.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And she said she thought of the same number.
But remember, they did say each other. They did think of each other's names. So maybe it's some, you know.
Now, the 8.2, yeah, I can go with that.
With Chris and them.
I can agree with that. 8.2.
I have to say 7. They still 1 weekend, and I say 7 where they are. Now, they doing the best. So that means every other couple I got to rate low because they doing the best out of all of them.
Even after this episode, I still stick with 8.2 because when he was going through that crisis with his dog, she stepped up and stepped in, and she found a solution. But I know what you're about to say. Yeah. But regardless to the point, if that way she's doing things is a constant thing, it's gonna be an issue down the line.
Yeah. So I give him I said 7, I give him 7.5. Okay. So now let's go to Kirsten and Shaq. Kirsten said a 7. And of course, Shaq,
He
Kirsten
afraid.
said a 7. She said, you know, he joke a lot. Then Dom was like, kind of like me. She said he joke a lot, you know, but things are going well. And Shaq said a 7 as well.
Man, I started to throw my remote at the thing on TV. I said, y'all be lying.
Yeah.
Y'all be lying.
Yeah.
I'm giving that relationship at this moment a 3.
Ooh.
A 3. Because what she's showing on camera right now, I'm still stuck, you know, that's still stuck with me what Shaq said on the after party.
Yeah.
About her being fake on camera. So that's still every time I see her on camera, I think she's being fake now.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm giving them a 3.
Yeah.
What you give them?
If I can individually do it, I would really and truly give Shaq at least a 7 because I think he's really trying.
We were talking about couples.
I know, and then I would have to give Kirsten like a 3 as well. But you know, them as couples, and I hate to, you know, put him in it because I think he's trying. Yeah, it probably a 3.5.
But a relationship takes 2 people, not just one.
Okay then. Okay.
So I'm gonna give him a 7. If I'm gonna give her a 3,
trying.
I'm not saying he's not trying. He is. The brother is trying, but it still takes 2.
So Gina and Clint, they both, well, Gina said a 5. She want to be transparent, and Clint said a 5.5. You know what I'm saying? But let's be honest. Before we get to the last one, let's be honest. If your spouse sit up there and rate the relationship a 7, then you come behind and say a 4.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna make it different from the rating that your spouse gave. Yeah, I get that because you don't want to embarrass. Yeah, you don't want to embarrass your spouse. But with Gina and Clint,
Gina T.
I gave him a 3 at first, but I probably give him like a 1 right now.
Ooh.
A 1. They barely.
I mean,
barely going on.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's so awkward between them now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like even when they were sitting at the table, it was like they were sitting kind of like on opposite ends. Yeah. I know it's kind of like that, but I really awkward.
I think that conversation about the
ginger and the weight.
Yeah, the weight situation. I just think it put a big damper on their marriage.
And I think it was already a damper there.
Yeah, and it just made it worse when the weight situation came.
It's like they was right here, and then it just said whoop, because it just didn't even seem like they was vibing.
I really think if they got kidnapped together when they was at Jamaica, they would be in a stronger position.
And especially what Pastor Cal gonna say the next episode. It's really just like
actually, you want to be frank with you, I think that marriage is over.
Oh yeah, I don't think they can rekindle. There's no chemistry. It's not, and plus it seems like she keeps iterating. Well, I wasn't attracted to my people, you know, my exes. It's like she's trying
to force herself to be attracted to Clint, and if she's not attracted to him,
she said it before. There's no chemistry.
Yeah, and Clint, let's keep it real. All that's on Clint's mind right now is sex. You know what I'm saying? He said something else about a sexual thing tonight on this episode about the apartment. So, yeah.
So I said a 2. Aries and Jasmine. So Aries said 7. She said 7.5. And the reason she was saying that, she said, you know, it kind of bothered her when he said he never been in love before. She falls in love quick. Well, she said she falls in love fast, and you know she easy to fall in love. You know, because she love. She love being in a relationship.
She sound like Stasha, don't she?
Yeah,
she sound just like Stasha.
Yeah. That's why I said Nate act like.
Yeah.
I mean, act like Nate.
Yeah, I give that relationship right now a 3.
Yeah.
A weak 3, like a 2.5, basically.
Shaking 3.
Because actually, Aries gave it a 4. Himself, you know what I'm saying?
He gave
her a 4, right? You know what I'm saying? Because he felt like, you know, she loved, you know, she gives this whole thing a 12, give me a 12, I give her a 4. Mm-hmm. So I just feel like right now with him beating around the bush, because he really don't want to come out and tell her that I'm not feeling you like that. So like I said, I give him a 3. I give him a 3.
So yeah, I can give him the same. Mac and Dom on camera, but Mac said, "Chad, some people lying up here."
No doubt. Especially when Matt was present with Aries when he was telling the guys that he gave his wife a 4.
Yeah. And then now that we know that Dom and Mac was real, they had like chemistry because of the after party. They said they had a lot of at that moment at the table. There was a lot of goo and stuff like that. So they probably really was feeling each other, in that moment. Chris asks Aries, "Can you see yourself falling in love with Jasmine?" And he looking like,
He's like, who? What? What's love? What love got to do? Yeah, the brother never been in love, man. And to me, that would be an issue. Now I know Jasmine saying, well, maybe he didn't fall in love with his ex, but she's gonna be the one that's gonna make him fall in love. That could be, that's a possibility.
And it is when a person says I've never been in love before. A lot of times, sometimes people thought they was in love. You know what I'm saying? You could say, well, I was in a long-term relationship. I thought it was love, but after you realize it wasn't, when it was over. But a person just said I've never been in love before, and you've been in a long-term relationship. That's kind of So anyway, so it's their last day in Jamaica. So the couples are, talking on the camera, taking, pictures, whatever they're doing. So Aries went and exercised because he been going to the gym ever since they've been in Jamaica. So he going there working out and all that stuff because he said he like his alone time. That's gonna be another thing. You in a relationship or in a marriage and you like your alone time, which I do get it. But when you say I like it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't see no problem with liking some me time. Everybody needs some me time.
I'm not saying you shouldn't, but to me, on your honeymoon,
he's emphasizing that he likes it.
You know what I'm saying? To me, I feel like he's saying, "Ugh, we too close."
Well, like I said, the brother's not ready to be married. I think somebody else on the show said that tonight. To me, Aries is still living the single life. He's trying his best to transition.
Chris.
Yeah, he's trying his best to transition to marriage life, but he don't know how to do it. He can't let that single life go. Once you get married, sometimes that me time becomes we time, and you're gonna have to compromise. And you and your wife gonna have to sit down and say, "Hey, I know you're gonna need some time. Your girls, your friends. I need some time with my homeboys. We gotta make some time. For ourselves. So your friends and my friends. We gotta we got to have our me time.
Yeah, and that's poignant. I get that. That's but like I said, you just got in just a weekend in the honeymoon, and you were like, "Gotta have my alone time." Like, already.
I agree with you. Being on the honeymoon, you trying to get me time on your honeymoon
because you still trying to get to know that person.
You trying to get around, get comfortable with that person. Now, once you get settled down, y'all been around each other for a minute. Now I can see you say, "Now I know I need me time."
Yeah. He said he feels guilty for his attraction is not the same level as hers, so he does feel some level. He attracted to her. That's what he said.
You know why? His feelings towards her is not as strong. You know why? Because she has a little booty. And she had a big booty.
Watch your mic because it may be rubbing up against your beard like it do sometimes. That little booty. Continue. So, like I was saying,
I always got boss me around. Always boss me around. Oh,
but y'all don't see him when he would write that down. I said, "I need your secretary. Go and do that."
Actually, you are my secretary. You know why? Because you're a woman, and women are secretaries.
Y'all can have them. I'll let y'all.
I'm just saying.
Y'all can tear them up in the comments. Go ahead.
How many men secretaries have you seen? I haven't seen no man secretary. It's only women. That secretary job is made for women.
Yep. Because most of the time they got a dumb male boss that they trying to make sure that he does everything right. So of course he needs a very smart, intellectual woman. So moving on, so Dominique and Mac, so they talking.
I agree with that.
And she said, "I want you to be more excited about doing things, not just about me. Don't just say you're doing it for me. I need, for you to be excited, because I don't want to have to push you to do things. Girl, you get on my nerves. You acting like you're 25 years old. This is not the mail or the bride. This is not Build a Bear. You got to work your way, because everybody got different personalities and different quirks, and y'all just one weekend.
I'm gonna have to show Dom some grace. Okay, and the reason why is because she didn't sign up for this show.
Her mama did.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't showing her no grace because she said, yeah, I do it.
I know, but her mom signed up for this show. Now, I don't know, could she get out of it? But yeah, but she do get on my nerves.
Yeah,
you know
she
what I'm
do.
saying? And now she's still now she's showing her age. 25, being 25 years old. It's like, to me, I saw this like 2 episodes ago. It's like she is kind of bossy on the sly. Mm-hmm. It's like things have to go her way. You know what I'm saying? It's like Matt really don't have a say in it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
He said, listen, I'm an introvert. It takes me a minute to warm up, and sometimes you may have to push me. She said, I don't want to have to push you and coach you. I feel like I'm a coach. He was like, it's kind of like my brother. She said, I ain't your brother. I mean, like, he was using an example.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. She's a extrovert. That's the word, right? Extrovert.
I don't know if she is. I guess so.
Well, because she likes to do all this stuff outside, and he's an introvert. Now, he's doing things she wants to do. Now, what she needs to do is understand he's an introvert and show him a little grace and try to kind of like, okay, then pump my brakes. Got to ease him into things, or you need to do some things he wants to do. Maybe he just wants to stay at home and watch a movie. Do that, Yep. Do things he wants to do, because on this honeymoon, he was doing a lot of things she wanted to do.
Yeah. And so anyway, so he was saying in his confession, like, this may be a problem. At first, it was kind of fun getting to know each other. He said, and it wasn't awkward. He said, but now this is very awkward. And so he was saying, I feel like you kind of bossing me around and stuff like that. And she was like, well, I'm not trying to do that. It seemed like I just got this hard shell. Dating in Nashville kind of made me hard and stuff like that. So, like you were saying, Duke, I have to walk on eggshells, and that's not going to be good.
Yeah, because he's trying to do things to please her, to make her happy, because he don't want to disappoint her. Yeah. So he's getting forced out of his comfort zone, and he had to hold things in, because if he says, no, I don't want to do that, he feels like she's going to scold him. Yeah. And that's not fair to him.
And that's not him not being himself. Right. When people, I had to kind of help Eddie get out of the introvert part, and kind of, because this being on camera, would have never happened. So all of this is his intro, because he's such an introvert. And so now, just little by little, he's been able to come out of his shell. And I say, if Dom worked with him, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? He may just blossom even more. You agree?
Yeah, I agree, but I'm not that much of an introvert as you trying to portray on camera.
Dude, you used to be locked up in the basement.
I used to go to the club every night, man.
This was in your 20s, but now say you locked up in your basement once you.
Because I really didn't have a lot of friends, man. That's why I stayed to myself. But before, I used to have people come over. I told you I used to host parties over here and stuff. Mm-hmm. I just kind of chilled out for a while, man. Cause I did all that other stuff, man.
Yeah, that's why I use a Netflix and chill in your basement.
I'll stand by myself. I couldn't afford Netflix with cable and shit.
Cable more expensive.
I'm just saying, I had cable. I didn't want to add all the other streaming services because it made my bills too high.
So let's see. So the next scene, you got Chris outside crying. I mean, he ain't just crying, child. He crying. He crying. So, it seems as though Chris is upset. Seems like he about to have a panic attack because, Nicole came out there and said, I get production had to say, child, your man out there crying. And so she said, baby, what's wrong? What's wrong, baby? And so he was like, he almost couldn't talk. It was the crying that you go like that. And he said that, his dogs, you know, there's a 2-dog minimum when they go to the apartment, and they got total 3 dogs, and he didn't know that. And you know, his dogs get anxiety, you know, they even get depression if they not around him. So you know, this is really gonna be hard for him. And she was like, we gonna do our best to work it out. What you want to say?
I really don't have much to say on this one because I'm not a dog person or a pet person, so I really don't understand like that. So I really ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, I'm glad you did it because off camera.
Come on now, let's keep it moving. Okay.
Off camera. So anyway, so they said that they'll work it out in the next scene. That's why I took that from you. In the next scene, you got where Nicole is on the phone with her dad, and basically just trying to work it out to see if her dad can watch her dog, you know, a couple of times, you know. And he was like, you know, do you mind if I take him to Florida for a couple of months? She was like, Dad, I ain't gonna be able to do that because then I'm gonna be crying. So, you know, they just trying to work it out. You know, they talk to production and all that stuff, whatever. So I guess production said, y'all figure it out because it's still 2-dog minimum. So, yeah. But Chris, you know, said, ooh, I got such an amazing wife, honey, because she is compromising. This is what marriage is all about. You got to compromise. You got to give your spouse basically what they want, honey, to make sure. See, Dad don't like that part. I hope Nicole just not just giving of herself and giving away, you know, her desires, you know, and compromising too much in the marriage just to satisfy him.
I said this last episode when they was talking about the kids, and she said, well, at first she was against having kids, and when Chris said he wanted to have kids, now also, oh yeah, I might want to have kids. It goes back to when her past when she was dating a guy that burnt her with a cigarette. Huh?
You always use that cigarette
because for a woman to have such low self-esteem for herself to allow a man to burn her with a cigarette to prove her love for that man, basically it's still carrying on to this point here. I think she's compromised way too much for Chris, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to give her a little grace on this because her man was bawling and crying out there, so she probably...
Keisha said, child, what happened, honey? I thought somebody died.
I thought the same thing too, so I'm going to give her a little grace, but if she continues, you know, giving and she's not getting, it's gonna be an issue.
Yeah, and again, it goes back to what Chris' parents was saying, child. He is a real sensitive. You got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to hold him. You got to, you know, love on him. You got to, because he seems to be like, you know, people that took advantage of him.
Chris is real fragile.
Good word, fragile. So yeah, that dog thing, it almost, to me, he looked like a 12-year-old boy. Like he really looked
took his toys, yeah.
You
know, so like I said, I don't understand all that because I don't have pets. Never had pets like that.
I had a dog.
Yeah,
I had a dog, and of course I left my dog, you know, when I got a divorce, I left the dog there, and you was like, well, you ain't like that dog that much. Then I said, well, one, I had to really learn how to remove her off of my, you know what I'm saying, because it's a dog, and I had to kind of remove her off of my place as a child because it was getting kind of, and so I left. Yes, I left her there because I was not about to pay no pet fee, and I was not about to get up early in the morning to walk her.
Love goes just so far.
Yeah,
love goes just so far.
Yeah, when it come to money, honey, yes. So
I want to say one more thing about it. Now, like I said, I'm not animal. You know, to me, I think I run into the problem when people love animals more than they love people.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen it so many times that, you know, they would show a lot of grace to a dog, but they see a man getting beat, they don't show no grace to that man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have the issues with that. But, you know, love your pets, man. You know, love them.
Some people love them just like their children.
Yeah.
You know, and family. So Aries and Jasmine, they are eating breakfast, and he said that, you know, it seems as though it's a little, you know, like the numbers like from the night before was just a little, or whenever it was, off-putting. He said he keeps saying, you know, it's been a week, but that's not a bad thing. So I guess, you know, when she hear it, he was like, it's just only been a week. It's only been a week. And she feel like it's a negative connotation to it. She said, well, your family told me to give you some grace. Well, she said, I'm giving you grace because she said, your family told me, it takes a minute for you to kind of open up and stuff like that. So I'm giving you grace. And he said, well, it seemed like we got friendly vibes, but that's not a bad thing. It could be a good thing. And I'm saying, yeah, it takes some, you want to build a friendship first, but you don't want to stay there.
But how can you build a friendship first? One man, he wants to build a friendship. The first, but like 2 episodes ago, he asking her, what's your favorite sexual position?
True that.
You know what I'm saying? So once again, I go back to Aries is not used to a woman putting him in the position right here. I don't want to say she's rejecting Aries, but she's making him slow down. He's not used to moving this slow. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of guy like to hit it and stick it and quit it. You know what I'm saying? And he can't do that with her, and it probably frustrated him. So he said, you know what? I don't even care no more. You know what I'm saying? So.
He also said, well, as far as the friends, I know that you'll be a good friend to me, to the point where if I was in a car accident, you would come in there and clean me up. You'll be there by my side, wipe my butt if you have to, and all that stuff, whatever. That, I know you will do that.
Aries conversation to me is always one-sided.
Self-centered.
Yeah, because he is, like he said, if I was in an accident, you come clean me up. But he never reciprocate that to her, saying, if you was in an accident, I'll be right there for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I think he said something about his
Mom.
mom at the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But all that is kind of waned away a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now the couples are on their way back from their honeymoon. They headed back home. They are coming into their apartments and they checking everything out. So Aries pulled up. Well, they walked up to their apartment. It's like 313. He said, well, that signifies his dad's area code, right? His phone number. So he feels like there's some, some feelings in that area or whatever. So, they walking in the apartment, someone say, ooh, this is nice.
Except for who?
I don't know who said it.
I said
Except for who?
Yeah, except for Gina and Clint.
Oh, they didn't say that? I thought they did say that.
No, they said something about the bed. But I think they're so used to that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So, but I think Gina did say, "Oh, that's nice." I did hear her say that, but it's not like that.
Right? It's a difference. Oh, that's nice. Oh, ooh, this is not. It's a totally different.
All of them didn't say that. Ooh, this is nice.
Well, a couple of them did say that.
This is nice. Not like that.
Couple. I'm tired, y'all. It's been a long day. A couple of them did say that.
Yeah. So, as Jasmine was, looking through this stuff, because I thought it was cute how they had the little baskets there for them with their wedding pictures and all that stuff, whatever. So Aries, when she was looking through everything, Aries said, ooh, that's a little bit overwhelming. I guess because it was husband, wife, marriage, everything or whatever.
And when he said that, it kind of hit home, you know what I'm saying? Because when you used to playing the field and having different flavors and different women, now you walk in, you see husband and wife. You see pictures of you and the same woman all around the house. Now it hits you. Man, I'm going to be with this one woman for the rest of my life. This is overwhelming. I can't take this no more. And that's why I think the reason why he said what he said. So,
what you say it hit home?
Yeah, not with you. I'm just talking about back in the day. Because when I was out there single and mingling, then all of a sudden I got locked down. Man, all this reminds me I can't go out there and be who I used to be. And that's what Aries is dealing with right now. Basically, it's like getting your player card ripped up over and over again.
Your whole card.
What?
Your whole card.
I'm going to call them whole cards.
What you call them?
Player cards.
Oh, whole player?
Yes.
Player hoe.
Because you're a player don't mean you're a hoe.
Player hoe player? Yeah. So anyway,
you're such a hater.
So let's see. So Shaq and Kirsten are talking, and so just having small talk or whatever. And so just saying, okay, as far as washing clothes, how you like your clothes? Are you the type of person like all that stuff? I'm like, Kirsten, I ain't got time for all that. The beads, you gotta add this, you gotta add that, or whatever. He was like, I just like my clothes washed regular. She said, okay, me too. So we'll be working good in that area. And stuff. So, she all curled up with him and stuff like that.
That's like I said, that after part is still stuck in the back of my head.
So moving on to Chris and Nicole. So they are talking, and she asked him, say, okay, so if this was decision day now, would you say what? Maybe? He said yes. She said, oh, you say yes. He said yeah. I say yes. She said me too.
Do that again.
Maybe.
And
Or you say yes.
how you did like that? That's how
You
she
say
did.
you
Like
say
she
yes.
jumped right on it. You know, like
you
she
say yes.
yeah, like she was trying to force him to say yes.
Yeah. He said I say yes. She said, oh, me too. She said, do you love me?
She tried to slide that in. I guess you said, "Ooh, I got him on the ropes now."
Yeah.
And throw that question out there to him.
Yeah.
And he said he called himself. No, not yet. She said, I don't love you either. I said, okay, all right. I guarantee you, if he would have said yes, I love you, she would have said it back.
Yep, because she baby,
Yeah.
baby,
Come on,
tell me, baby, it's okay, baby,
Yeah.
baby. So yeah, she keep doing that. So Dom and Mac, so they are talking, you know, having a glass of wine and stuff like that, shaking up the wine for y'all wineries, for
It's
y'all
not
people.
shaking. It's not shaking.
Stirring.
Thank you, man.
But y'all doing it. What that mean, y'all?
Me.
I be drinking a red wine, but
You know
what
why
that mean?
when they shake? Oh, next guy be saying shit when they stir it up like that.
You a Miller Lite dude. What you know about that?
Oh, I said they're trying to give it legs, you know. They're trying to make the legs.
You
grow.
learned that off of TV.
They're trying to give
but
make
you
the
don't
legs
know
grow.
nothing about that.
I do, man.
And
Don't let me drinking my beer fool you,
and
man.
then what it do?
It gives it legs.
No, but what it do when it go down your throat?
When it gets legs, it walks away.
So he said that, you know, it's good to be in a space where he can have his, you know, own space and stuff like that, because when they was there, honey, he was being the old man he is, getting up early in the morning, getting the coffee, honey. She was being the young girl that she was, like, stop it, daddy.
That's a good way to look at it.
That's
When they said it, I didn't think about that. But you're right. He getting up with Rose, slide in the kitchen, making his coffee, and she in the bed with a pillow over her head.
Yep.
So yeah. That's that age difference right there.
That's how I look at it. Although sometimes it don't have to be, like, because you do have people that, you know, like that, that's in the same age. But just for them, for the sake of, I saw it like that. And so, let's see. So Aries and
actually, that's how we operate. You get up early in the morning, slide. I gotta have my coffee. I'm still in the bed. But you know,
we do operate like that.
That's what old people do. Get up early in the morning, drinking coffee.
They do. And then you got the ones that still need more because they hip and they legs, they joints bother, so they can't move too quick. So it take them a minute to warm up, and they got to get up a little later. So yeah, how about that?
Wrong show. This ain't Anthony.
So Aries and Jasmine, they are talking. Let's see. So oh yeah, so he giving out all these commands and stuff like that. So he did say, okay, so listen, let me know. Is it okay to walk in with you when you're doing number 2 and stuff like that? Because you know, couples that be in love, they say, honey, you ain't been in love if you ain't never been in love with your spouse.
I never
heard that.
No.
But you know, your spouse be over there doing number 2 and you're there brushing your teeth and stuff like that.
That's nasty. That's straight up nasty.
Yeah, I don't want to be in there. And so she was like, I'm ladies shouldn't even poop. Like,
thank you.
That.
You know, I was back in high school, elementary school, middle school. You see the fine girl in class. You can't imagine her doing the number 2. Cause I never thought pretty women poop. Now the ugly women, I was like, yeah, they poop all day. But the pretty girls, I can't see her pooping, man. I can't see that. So yeah, so I'm with Jasmine.
Pooping or pooting?
Both.
Yeah.
Both, man. But no, man.
Yeah, pretty girls poop, honey. Yeah. We got to get it out just like you.
Then you say, well, if she do poop, do it smell like roses? You know, I'm young. I'm thinking I was like, oh, pretty girls. But the other girl, when she poop, it smells like the pits of hell.
Well, the first time you heard me poop,
I thought you was an ugly girl. God, it sure did smell like the pits of hell.
If y'all didn't never see our video on the passing of the gas, and there was a long time when we first got started.
Oh my God!
If you ain't never heard our story.
Oh man, I'm still traumatized over that. I said, I don't know you like that. How can your poo smell this bad, man?
What you talking about, the poo or when I went and used the restroom?
I forgot all about that, man. Oh my God. Man. why are you gonna do my bathroom like that? That's what I was thinking, man. I promise y'all, man. I thought I had to put yellow crying tape around my bathroom, man, because she killed it, man. I walked in the room. What's that?
No, that's not how it went.
How it went?
So I was downstairs. We of course wasn't married, and the place to go when I came to his house was in the den downstairs because he be like on that remote. So anyway, we was downstairs watching TV or whatever we're doing, and I think I had ate some Taco Bell, bad choice. I ate something. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't like to use the bathroom in nobody's house. I don't even like really do it at work, but when duty calls, you got the answer.
Oh, you said duty. You said duty.
So my stomach was towed up. I don't even think I could have made it home. Towed up. So I was like, can I use the bathroom? And so he had his own bathroom, but then his bathroom in the bedroom didn't hardly get used. So he was like, yeah, you can go in there. So I went in there. Whoo, Lord have mercy. And then I cut the fan. The fan was still on.
Yeah, the fan. That's right. The fan was. I came upstairs. I said, the fan on. I opened the bathroom door to turn the fan off. Man, I swear, like God Himself chopped in there. I said, man, oh my God, what crawled up in her and died, man? I said, man, I left that fan on. My power bill went up $200.
Yeah, I think you was traumatized for a long time.
Yes, man. I'm actually still a little traumatized.
Well, you forgot about it. You ain't that traumatized.
No, when I go in your bathroom, I kind of peek in a little bit. And when I know it's the coast is clear, then I go up in there.
So, but yeah. So anyway, so Jazz was like, and he said, so he started telling her, as far as his side of the bed. And he also was telling her about the shoes and stuff like that. Like, when you come in the house, you got to take your shoes off. Tell your friends, and my friends and family know when they come in the house, take the shoes off. Or when they come in, take the shoes off. And so she was like, he's a little bit bossy.
I think Jasmine is being way too nice and too forgiving with Aries, in my opinion, because he didn't ask her anything about what she feels about the apartment, what kind of rules she wants. You know what I'm saying? It was all about his rules, and it's not just that. It's the way he was telling her about his rules. He didn't ask. He told her what this is going to happen, that's going to happen, this way it's going to be. And that just didn't, that didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well with me at all.
That's what we see. I don't know. Maybe she could be saying her side. Now, I think Jasmine got a little fire to her now.
Well, she need to bring it out then. She need to bring it out.
And yeah, and I remember her saying when he said that, we kind of, getting friendly vibes. She said, I ain't come over here on this show to be nobody's friend.
She said that in the confession. She didn't say it to him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. She needs to kind of stand her ground a little bit more.
So he said, husband. He asked her, do you have anything as far as the trip, anything you want to talk about that, stuff like that. And we kind of did the skit of that. It wasn't much, but he was up there eating, and he said, what you said, like he was not paying her no attention.
And see, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he respects Jasmine. I don't think he does. You know what I'm saying?
So in the next scene, they getting ready to go to see each other's place, Aries' house. I guess it ain't no Airbnb like we had thought it could have been.
No, it's just you just don't have a lot of furniture in it.
It's definitely a man's.
Yeah, a bachelor's pad.
Right.
He had his man cave, his workout room, exercise room, and his tennis shoe collection. And some people, they take that tennis shoe collecting thing real serious. Real serious.
My son do. Both of them.
Yeah.
They into it.
Putting the boxes and storage boxes and all of that. Me personally, I don't.
You ain't got number 2 pair.
Yeah, and they're not New Balance either. Old people wear New Balance tennis shoes. No, that's not New Balance.
Easy Spirits.
Didn't they still make those?
Yeah.
They do? Mm-hmm. How do you know? You got a pair?
No, I thought I saw one in.
No, I know you have a pair. I said, what brand shoes are those?
I didn't know it. Easy
Spirit. Yeah, I don't know what it was. They shouldn't have a name on it. It was white.
That's them nurses' shoes long time ago. Not the nurses with Crocs, but that's them nurses' shoes. So anyway, so Aries house, you know, the gym, the man cave, shoe collection.
Yeah.
He talked about his daddy's obituary, you know, that he wake up to every morning because, you know, his dad and uncle passed away within days of each other.
The only problem I had with that scene is that when Jasmine saw all that, you know, she said, "Oh, I understand why he wants this side of the bed. I understand why he wants this side of the closet." That still doesn't excuse the way he explained that to you.
Mm-hmm.
It still don't excuse the way he talked to you or told you what side he wants and what part of the closet he wants.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know, she, like I said, she forgives him too quickly in my opinion.
Yeah. Mac is showing Chad the other folks' house because it ain't his, and he's showing his counter of the basement. But again, he's only been in Nashville for 10 months.
5 months.
Excuse me, 5 months.
Yeah.
So to me, get a man some grace. You know what I'm saying? So
I see Don's point of view too. He left. I think we left Michigan, went to California, left California. Now he's in Nashville. Yeah. Who says he's not gonna leave Nashville to go somewhere else? That's in her mind.
Yeah, she says it's unsettling for her. You know. And she said, you know, it seems as though they stay in one place. Oh, now I was talking about me. I said they stay in one place and he sure look around so they don't have to move. But she normally says she goes for guys that's a little bit more established. I said, girl, you 25. You date older men because a lot of men.
She did say she.
A lot of men is not established, so to speak, at 25.
She did say she date older guys, but I think she has a reason to be concerned about him moving again because that $50,000 look more and more tempting every day.
So, guys more established and stuff, and so he said, "Well, you know, go ahead." Baby.
I'm sorry, I brought up the $50,000. Some people don't know what I mean. What do I mean by that? To the people. What it is? His mom offered Matt $50,000 if he didn't go through with this process with Married at First Sight, and he didn't take the money, so he decided to go through with the process. Now the reason I said it's getting more tempting to him day by day is because he's having a hard time with Dunn. Now he would kind of regret not taking that $50,000.
Yep, and plus he didn't ask for a younger woman. You know what I'm saying? But they gave him one.
Right.
And so he said, well, you know, the reason I haven't found a place to move in yet because, you know, I knew I was going to do Married at First Sight, you know, get a wife and then we look for a house together. So,
which was, smart, you know.
And so she said, okay, so you don't want to lease a place, but you jump right into Married at First Sight. That's a whole, you know, whatever. And, you know.
And he had nothing to say.
He had nothing to say, but he did look a little disturbed because he feel like he can't say nothing because she going to rebuttal anything that he had to say.
Plus, he said, you know, we talked about this when we first got married that, you know, I was staying with somebody. And she didn't have a problem with it then, but all of a sudden now she has a problem with it. So
yeah. So now that was the end of that. Now we finna jump into the what? After party. That's how we're gonna get the people because they ain't give us a whole show. So let's jump into the after party. So you got Nicole, Jasmine, and you got Stasha, right?
Yeah.
So you probably next gonna have Alexis, and they just gonna recycle the people. Now I don't mind them bringing people back from prior seasons, not just the previous one, but go back further to bring them on to talk about it. You know, give us some new faces, not the same ones. So I don't mind them bringing in another person from previous season to be on there.
No, I don't mind either, but don't be stealing our ideals.
Explain. All
right, y'all can go play the tapes for the last 2 or 3 weeks about the after party. I kept saying if they want people to watch after the after party, what they need to do is show behind the scene clips or bonus footage, okay, of the show. So stuff we haven't seen, you know what I'm saying? Now tonight, all of a sudden, they did that. They got it from us, man, because I kept saying, man, if y'all want people to watch, show stuff we haven't seen. And they did it. So, but yeah.
So
I didn't see my name on the credits or nothing.
Your name?
I want to say it.
So they just because you said it, but we'll do. Okay, I see how you gonna roll. He offered some money. He dipped, and he up there doing solo gigs by himself. So I already see it.
I'll be like Casey and JoJo. No, you playing that.
So let's see. So Stasha is on there. So of course, Keisha asks about where she is and stuff like that or whatever.
Mm.
Well, we know that she got a divorce, and she said it was just a maturity level. So it seems as though Nate was not on the same level as her. She said he didn't want to talk about kids and all that stuff, whatever. So it just didn't work. I was like, girl, that sounds real. I don't care. But I think it was so much deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? And we got to see some of it, toward the end of the show. We just knew it wasn't going to work. I think Stasha was like, deuces, So they also showed clips of Aries. And where Aries was saying, I didn't think they were going to show that. Where Aries was saying, she'll fold to me. I think she think I'm a 12, but she'll fold to me and stuff like that. And the clips of what he said when they were sitting at the dinner table. Mm-hmm. Jasmine said, I told him in the beginning of this marriage to be honest. Though if nothing else, just be honest with me. And she said clearly he wasn't honest.
Right.
She said that she said it's kind of funny that you clap for me when I come down the aisle.
He did.
And you told your friends that we'll be the first people to have sex on our honeymoon, but now I'm a foe.
Yeah, she's a foe. And
it is starting to make a little more sense now that you said what you said.
Oh, me?
Yeah, he feel like because she ain't jumping his bones or whatever. Now,
of course it makes sense because that's how we men. That's how we think sometimes, man. Especially if you're a player and it don't go your way. Oh, now you in your feelings now, man. You gonna act nonchalant. You gonna act like you don't care about that person no more. And that's what's going on with him and Jasmine right now. But yeah, man, I was surprised they showed that clip to her too, man. So I was like, dang,
in your face,
right all in your face, man. I was like, dang, man, now your husband think you're a foe. So,
and if they are again, I forget when this film, but if honey, she got to go back home to him, I know she has some choice words for him. So they showed also bonus footage of when they were there at the dinner table and stuff, when they was doing the rating and stuff, talking to Cole, child, don't tell her your business. So talking to Cole was like, because Keisha was like, is there anything, that we need to know about the job that they didn't show? She was like, yeah, Dom and Mac, they was all over each other. They had great chemistry and stuff. And even afterwards, we was getting up and dancing.
They walked away.
Did you see how Clint was dancing on Gina? It was so funny. He was doing something. And so they said, and she was like, Dom love to dance, but they ran and I don't know where they went, but they left us on it. So yeah, they don't know if they went to consummate their marriage or not. Maybe it was, and maybe that's why Dom got so much smoke, because it ain't good. Huh?
Yeah. Also, you can tell they had some alcohol, so they could have something to do with it.
Yeah, then you wake up the next morning to some unit. So yeah, it seemed like she had all the little dryness and attitude and all that stuff.
Carl Clint did say the next morning he woke up with stomach issues. Like he said, it was coming out of both holes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had something to drink. I don't know if they got drunk or what, but yeah.
Clint was like,
that's a drunk dancing. An old man drunk dancing.
Old man. So Aries, they talked about the part where it seems as though, Jasmine was saying, when Aries said we just, I feel like friend vibes, and, she was saying things are complicated, where it seems as though it was complicated because of, go ahead and tell the story.
Oh, yeah.
You forgot?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, they became friends on social media.
Mm-hmm. Follow each other on IG.
Yeah, and they had some mutual friends. And one guy they were mutual friends with, oh yeah, okay, we're mutual friends, yeah, no big deal. But it was a female they was mutual friends with, and Aries said, yeah, I know her. And Jasmine said something about, how you know her? And he said, well, me and her had sex, He said, how long ago? 2 weeks ago, before they got married. And Jasmine got upset, apparently, which she has the right to get upset about that. So what she was saying that this process of married at first sight starts way before 2 weeks before you get married, and he knew he was going through this process. Even though he might not got picked, but it was still a good chance that he would have got picked, and you still have sex with a friend of mine, basically. You know what I'm saying? Well, I won't say a friend, but they knew each other. So that right there kind of raised a red flag to Jasmine about Aries, and she said something about like, well, he wasn't ready to get married, or he was not ready to be your husband, something like that. She said something like that.
I don't know if she said that, but I know Chris did say that it seems as though Jasmine ready to be a wife, but Aries not ready to be, a husband. But she said that he did admit that he did date the girl. That was the girl he slept with 2 weeks before
the marriage.
Yeah. Now Keisha was like 2 weeks before. Y'all just had a honeymoon a week. She was like, no, 2 weeks before they actually, I guess they said that, hey, you finna be married, because he did express that to the
my thing, like I said, my issue with that, you still single, but you looking for a future wife, so you sign up for the process to get married. So why you signing up going through the process? In my opinion, you should kind of chill out on dating right now, because you don't want to get the woman you dating, get her feelings all caught up. Then you gotta leave her and go marry somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or you should just be really excited about
your future wife,
your future spouse.
So that's why I said Aries still has a lot of player left in him. Also, don't forget, Clint did the same thing. He slept with somebody 2 weeks before he got married, so he still has a lot of sexual playerism going on with him too. Yeah.
So Keisha asked, well, did the girl get? He said he had to tell the girl, whatever, but it still was, awkward in itself and everything. So she said she was mad at him for what, so she didn't talk. So that's where the little complicated thing coming in at. So they showed the part where Chris, break down crying. Keisha said, "Child, I thought somebody had died." Now she said, "I'm a dog mom myself." But, and Stasha bust out started laughing. And Nicole taking up for her man, stuff. So, and Keisha was like, girl, you finna take up for your man. Because Stasha was like, ooh, child, just so many dogs. Everybody in their feelings over these dogs. And so she said that situation kind of reminded her of
Justin and Alexis.
And they showed Newton with that little thing.
I promise you can see him like this little corner of his neck like that. I swear he tried like he was in a courthouse waiting for a lawsuit to happen. I'm gonna sue y'all here.
And he doped up on medicine. And he looking like,
Yeah.
But Stasha also said that Jasmine and Nate remind them of them when they were, married, because they seem similar. And I said Nate remind me of Aries remind me of Nate so much.
They both from California. They both never been married.
And never fell in love.
I was never fell in love. I don't know. Was Nate the only child?
No, I don't think so. He had a sister.
Okay.
Yeah. So it seems as though, that's the case. And that's probably another reason why Aries spoiled, why he want everything his way. I forget he the only child.
He's the only child.
And so Stasha was saying, it just kind of reminded, because she said she wished she would have did what Jasmine did when he said he'd never been in love before. Kind of rethought it and said, oh, well, maybe I'll be the one he fall in love with, instead of kind of pressuring him like, why you ain't never fell in love?
That's Stasha. That's the way. Fall in love with me, love me, love me. That's just who Stasha is.
But she said she enjoyed the coming on the show. It was a good experience for her. Now, honey, everybody know who Stasha is. She said she's gonna have a book coming out. She got sex toys coming out.
She got sex toys coming out?
Yeah, yeah, his book coming out, sex toys coming out.
I mean, she was a freak, man. But golly, she's a freak.
Something else she doing. But yeah. But that's it of the what? After party.
Yeah. After party.
Oh, crap.
Party after. Party after. Party.
But I posted on our community tab that they will be doing a couples. It used to be couples cam, but it's called couple couch. And that will be featuring next Thursday. So we're going to give it a try, watch it and see how I do or whatever. Now, when I watched the intro, it was it was Virginia, It was Claire. Yeah, I remember them ones. They no longer
What they on the
married.
couch? What they on the couch doing?
I don't know. They had a couple that I'd never seen before, but y'all probably had because of previous seasons. But yeah, so we're gonna have some new people on there, you know. So maybe they'll spice it up a little bit. Maybe they'll bring the people that was once married on, kind of see maybe they dating thing. Listen, they said couch, not cam. So you know, when they had that camera, they can do what they want to and air what they want to. But I want to see some stuff. So you know, if they
It
want to
don't
check.
matter, man. They still, in my opinion, still chasing off 90-day fiance. They doing everything 90-day fiance is doing.
And they 9-day fiance don't paying out either. Honey.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Why they doing this, man? Couples couch, man. Come on, cause 90-day fiance got couples what?
They got pillow talk.
Pillow talk, right?
So you think the couple's couch is them gonna be watching the show?
That's what I'm thinking.
I know you lying.
That's what I'm saying. They try to biting off 90
But they
days.
said it's back with new couples though.
It don't matter.
I know they lying.
Pillow talk do they bring different couples on sometimes for different seasons.
Oh yeah, pillow talk do. But they sit there and review.
That's
the
what
show.
I'm saying. Maybe that's what they about to do.
I know they lying.
But
But anyway,
I ain't gonna review. I'm not gonna review
them.
somebody watching the same show I'm watching.
No, we reviewing them reviewing.
Right, I ain't doing that, man.
That's too many layers.
Shoot,
right
man.
So no,
Sure ain't. Sure ain't doing it. Nope. Ain't gonna do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. Can't stop. Won't stop. Ain't gonna stop. Be like ears eating food. Cat
seizure. Throw that in his mouth. All right, you guys. On that note, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. That's all we got. Don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
Let's put God first.
Deuces.